We're going to do a video on a couple pieces that I have listed. First and foremost, the Realistic STA 120 AM/FM stereo receiver. As you can see in this 1969 Radio Shack catalog that we're looking at right now online, it was new for 1969. Tells us that it was made available on September 16th, 1968. Carried a hefty price tag of $259.95, and we'll scroll on down here a little bit and see that they also were providing with a free factory installed walnut cabinet with these units, which was a $29.95 value. Also tells us the specifics here. It's a 60 watt per channel receiver at 8 ohms, and they rate the harmonic distortion at less than 0.5% is the terminology they used back in this 1969 ad. So we're going to go ahead and power this up. Here's the unit right here, and we're going to power it on up. We've got radio station tuned in here, so we're going to tune this thing on, or turn this thing on, tune it in, and right now we're listening to it through some Realistic Nova 7B speakers here that I may list at some point as well, but that's what we're listening to it through. A couple of features here we might touch on. For one thing, these Realistic receivers back in that era and for several years, they did not have a balance knob. They actually had volume sliders for the left and right channel, and so we'll go ahead and show you how that works there. If you do them in conjunction, obviously you're raising the volume of both channels, and we'll cut the right channel completely off there and show you the left channel over there is working. And let's switch that over and just do the right channel. You can tell that's working. We'll look at a couple of the other features here before we give it much more volume here. It does have bass, mid-range, and treble controls, which a lot of the old receivers and amplifiers had, which unfortunately you don't see much today, but gives you a little more control over what you're hearing there. Pretty nice. Also comes with a low filter and high filter. We've got both those off right now. It does have a loudness switch as well, which is on right now. We'll turn that off here in just a second and show you what we just turned that off, so kind of see the results there. Has tape monitor and stereo mono switch. It also has a tape level knob on the back, I guess I should say, and then it has a phono high and low switch on the back as well. That's one thing I have not checked on this. I have not connected a turntable to it. Just pretty much everything else has been tested. Both speakers, you can power 2 sets of speakers. They've been both tried and work fine. Right now we just have some mains connected here. One thing I might mention to you, the only thing I can really tell you about that's an issue with this unit, as you can see we're tuned perfectly centered here just about, but we don't have a stereo red light, so the bulb on that obviously is out. That could be replaced hopefully pretty easily, but doesn't function right now. Another thing I might mention, I did purchase this. Yes, I truly did purchase it from the original owner. He purchased this when he was in college in 1968, and when I purchased it from him, he had not had it connected for quite a while, and when he hooked it up to the speakers, he wanted to let me know there was some static on the right side, on the right slider knob, volume slider I should say, and I used some Deoxit fader lube and then some Deoxit gold on top of that and a little more fader lube to keep those sliders lubed properly, but it did take care of the dust. You can see that we're not getting any static there at all, and left them clear also. All right, so let's just take a little bit of the look at a little bit of the tuning function. It does have the the dial. It's pretty freewheeling. Gets really nice reception. We'll see if we can get any music here. There we go. There we go. But anyway, it does get nice reception. It's got the the old dial type tuner, obviously. Let's go ahead and power up some CD music on this. Give that a listen. We'll switch it on over here to right now we're on the FM stereo. We've got FM, AM, phono. We're going to go to auxiliary, and I've got a CD queued up here, so we'll hit play on that. Little Electric Light Orchestra playing right now, and we'll show you. So that's kind of the rundown on the unit. I might throw one other piece of info out there for you on this unit before we take a look at an equalizer that is connected. It's not currently functioning at all. We'll show you how that affects the sound here in a moment. But there was later a model STA-120B that came out, I believe, about 3 years later. And from what I understand, one of the differences is this STA-120 was one of the last models, if not the last model, that was all hand soldered. And that's what I've read was a difference in the 120B. So this is the STA-120 released like we saw in September of 1968. We're going to go ahead now, and this is connected to an ADC frequency equalizer and sound shaper. It's a model SS215, and you can put multiple devices into this unit. I don't know if you can see the back here. We probably won't accomplish much here by trying to show you this at all. You're not going to be able to see that. But you can connect to this unit, sound processors, noise reduction devices, and what have you. Sorry that was a complete waste of time trying to show you that. My apologies. Should have had a mirror handy. Thought I did have it handy. But let's go ahead and turn this on right now. There's no equalization being done at all, so we'll put that in, or turn the EQ on, I should say, and you'll see now that all the lights are working on this equalizer. Let's see here. I think it's a 24 band equalizer. Yeah, 24 band, as they used to call it. 12 bands in each channel. You've got a subsonic filter there for turntable use, balance left and right. You've got monitor switches there and dubbing switches, noise reduction and processor if you have those connected. None of those connected right now, obviously. And we've got everything really flat on that right now, but you can see again that all of the lights are working and all that, which is a question on some of these older units. So let's go ahead and just give it a little color and kind of bring up the high and low end. And hopefully even on the phone you can, on a cell phone video, hopefully you can tell what we're accomplishing here. Hear that high, low end. Let's just we'll cut that low end completely down and show you what happens there. So that unit's fully functional as well. That's the model SS215 made by ADC. It's got a few scuffs on it, which you can see better in the pictures. With the realistic cabinet, getting back to it, it's in very good condition. I'll have photos on that. That'll be a much better view of exactly what kind of condition it's in. But it's in very nice condition. We'll go ahead and crank this puppy one more time here. Now we'll cut the equalizer off. So now we're back here in the source. Alright, there you have it. The realistic STA-120 AM/FM stereo receiver and the ADC model SS215 equalizer and sound shaper. Thanks for watching.